Hey guys, and welcome to the Perfect Timepiece channel. What are we doing today?
So today I'm going to tell you guys about my top 5 watches from Omega.
So you guys requested it in one of the previous videos, so today Joanna is going to share with us her top 5 pieces, as she already said. But we are running a bit low on ideas, kind of, for these videos, so definitely leave a comment down below on what you would like to see next.
Yes.
And we'll do it.
And I picked one watch from each of Omega's collections. So I have a somewhat wide-ish variety here, not all just dress watches.
Okay. Great. So why don't we start on, and they're ordered from your least favorite to most favorite,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
So let us hop right on into it.
Okay, so my first watch for you guys is the Omega Seamaster Diver 300. One second. I'll tell you guys about the specs first, and then we'll come back and talk about the design like always. So, it has domed scratch resistant sapphire crystal. It has a 300 meter water resistance. It is 41 millimeters in diameter. It has the Omega 2500 self-winding automatic movement.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
And it has a 48-hour power reserve. Yes. Okay.
Great.
And the prices are not listed on Omega, so I'm just going to say that they're all expensive and you guys can figure it out yourself.
Yeah, we were going to get the prices for you, but we ran a little bit low on time, so...
Yes, so this is a diver, obviously. It has a unidirectional bezel. I know that it has a screw-down crown as well.
2 of them.
Yes.
Yep.
So overall, I really love. I wanted so badly to put this in my diver, like my top 5 diver watches, but it's obviously more expensive than $1,000.
Yeah.
I really do love this watch in particular. I love the blue. I feel like it's especially like a very nice blue. I love the contrast of the blue against the white, or the white against the blue, I guess. And I really love the red-tipped second hand. I like the date window, surprisingly. That's one you haven't heard.
Joanna always has a problem with the date window in some degree, but I actually agree with you. It looks kind of, it looks well finished, and it looks kind of retro. It kind of fits the design.
Yeah, definitely. And I like the hands. Overall, aesthetically, it's really pleasing. I feel like it's balanced. I feel like it's not too cluttered, like easy to read.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what was I going to say? So this watch is over the $1,000 price mark new, but I think you can get them in pretty good condition for like $1,500. So, you know, especially for an automatic Omega watch with a very nice design like this, I think it's probably a good value.
Yeah.
So,
but
do you have anything else to say about this piece?
Not really.
Okay, well, we can move on.
Yeah, I'll go to my...
We're going at about the right pace, so... We're going at about the right pace, so...
Okay. So, next for you guys, I have a Omega DeVille? I don't know.
DeVille.
DeVille. Yeah. Well, in French it would be like Ville? I don't know. Never mind. Don't pay attention to me.
I don't know if it's French.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's French.
Okay, well...
Or, can I look it up? No. Okay, anyway, guys. So here, it is, again, domed sapphire crystal. It has a red gold case Is that like the same as rose gold, or is red gold completely different?
I think red gold is just Omega's way of saying it's rose gold.
Okay.
Because rose gold is just a red gold, right? So, like it's a red colored gold.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It has a 100-meter water resistance. It's 42 millimeters in diameter, and it has the Omega 9301 self-winding automatic movement, and it has a 60-hour power reserve. Again, we have a blue dial. And we have the rose gold. I haven't had a watch with rose gold in quite a while.
Yeah.
But
that chronograph is really interesting on that watch.
Yeah.
So the subdial at the 9 o'clock position, that is the second hand for the watch in general.
Mm-hmm.
And then the subdial at the 3 o'clock position is actually the hour and minute markers for the chronograph. And the large second hand is also the second position for the chronograph.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually the first time I've seen that configuration. So that's kind of funky.
I like it because it's pretty.
Well, I think blue and rose gold go together really well.
Yeah,
So.
And again, like here we have Roman numerals, like.
It's got 3 of your boxes checked. It has the blue dial, the rose gold, and the Roman numerals. So it's a knock out of the park, right?
Yeah, and
Grand slam.
I actually like the date window at the 6 o'clock position, and I actually don't mind that it doesn't line up with the rest of the numerals. So I like this date window too.
It lines up with that minute track, I think, on the inner minute track.
Yeah.
So.
Which is probably why I don't mind it.
And it's well balanced.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it looks very balanced. It looks refined. I just really like it. And I like that it's on a blue leather strap.
Yeah. You can change those out, you know.
Yeah, I know. But I like the blue leather strap.
Speaking of which, you guys should check out the watch straps.
This wasn't planned. He's just...
Yeah, now I'm just being weird. But no, but seriously, there will be links down below. shop.perfecttimepiece.com. It looks professional now, so... Anyway, gotta plug it. We want to move on to the next one?
Sure.
Okay.
So next, I have the Omega Constellation Globemaster.
This one's a beauty.
I really like this one, but we'll get more into that.
This is your number 3, but I think it might be my number 1.
So again, we have dome sapphire crystal. The case is actually platinum.
Yeah, that's expensive.
It has a 100-meter water resistance.
100-meter power reserve. You can only go 100 meters before you have to wind it again. That'd be horrible.
And it is 39 millimeters in diameter.
Ooh.
It has the Omega 8913 self-winding automatic movement, and it has a 60-hour power reserve. Now, I really like this one. I think that the dial is very interesting, and I believe it's called pie pan.
Yeah, it has a pie pan dial.
Okay, I got it right.
With the flouted bezel.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
I really like this one, mostly because I think it's interesting that I picked a watch that has now it's not a white dial, I believe it is a gray dial, yeah. And I like that I picked a gray dial with the blue indices and the blue hands, because it's normally a blue dial with like white indices.
Yeah. So you like switch the cards on this one.
But I don't know, I think it's a very interesting look. It really caught my eye, like I was looking through and this one just drew me in.
This one to me feels very presidential.
Mm-hmm.
I know that might be like a weird thing to say, but I feel like a president would wear this watch, or somebody like really, really important.
Mm-hmm.
but not necessarily like that wants to show off with a whole bunch of rose gold or something. It just feels very
I can understand
amazing. Like, I don't know. A lot of these like higher end watches either feel like, oh, you're showing off, or you know, you're just trying to put in complications to put in complications. But this feels like a luxury 3-handed watch that is very sophisticated and refined. So that's my tangent.
I definitely agree.
I really like it.
This watch is interesting. You can also get this watch that has, I don't know, would you call it like a calendar? It had the different months.
Yeah.
In between the indices. I didn't like that one as much. I thought it was like too busy. But it's still nice. I would definitely like check it out just so you can see it. I had never seen anything like it before.
And it has a fourth hand to point
so that
to
it'll like match whatever month you're on.
And does it have a day window? It also had a day window, whereas this watch doesn't have a day window.
Right.
So.
But yeah, that's this watch. I guess we'll go to the next one now.
Sure. Yeah.
So next I have the Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch Chronograph.
Yep.
And
this is a Panda Speedmaster. Or not Panda. Is it Panda? Yeah, Panda Speedmaster.
And we have sapphire crystal. We have a silver dial here. It has a 50-meter water resistance, and it is 39.7 millimeters in diameter. It has the Omega 1861 manual winding automatic movement, and it has a 48-hour power reserve.
It's manual wind, yep.
Yeah.
You already said that, but yeah.
I did say that. I honestly can't tell if this is black or blue.
It's black.
I really thought it was blue. Are these blue?
No.
Well, it's black and white.
It's black, yeah. It's Panda. Pandas are black and white, not blue and white.
Right.
Panda. Like that one song, you know, by Designer. Anyway,
I like this watch. I don't normally go towards watches that look like this. What is this? Pilot? No. Yeah? No? What kind of watch is it?
Well, it's a Moonwatch.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a chronograph, right?
Chronograph.
It has a tachymeter, which is used for racing a lot of the time.
Racing. Okay.
But tachymeters can also be used for calculating fuel consumption for pilots' watches.
Okay.
So
I wasn't totally off suggesting it was a pilot's watch.
Well, no, and a space person is just like a glorified pilot, right? Right? I mean, that's... They
space
have to,
person.
Yeah, an
they
astronaut.
Have a name.
Okay, astronauts, you know, they have to deal with... I mean, if you're talking about the space shuttle program, they have to fly the space shuttle, which is basically a brick, back down to Earth.
I mean, if you ever watched The Martian, I bet Matt Damon could have used one of these watches.
I'm sure Matt Damon was probably sponsored by Omega. I'm not even joking. But that's why it has the manual wind movement.
Yeah.
Is to be more authentic to the first Speedmaster that was worn in space. Which also had the manual wind movement, but... Yeah,
but aesthetically, I think it's balanced. Yep. You know, for a watch that's a little on the busier side, like, I would consider this watch a little more on the busier side.
Yeah.
It doesn't look cluttered, which I really appreciate. And it looks, I don't know, it looks very, like, glossy in the picture.
Okay.
You know, like shiny, like glossy.
Sure. I love the sword hands. The hand design is like how they're like, they go out and then back in.
And I like the little circle that's on the second hand.
See, that's the one thing I don't like about this watch.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, I think that is just a ring. No, I know they make it look like a filled circle.
It's a circle.
But I've seen pictures of this watch before, and I think it's a hollow ring.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you it is.
It's not. because
it doesn't look like
Okay,
it,
do you see this shadow right here?
Kind of. Not really.
There's a shadow. It's a solid
Maybe
circle.
I'm thinking of a different one. I could be thinking of a different
It's also
one.
a completely different color than the dial.
Yeah, I could be thinking about a different one, but there's one of these that has very similar hands, the exact same design, and the second hand is hollow.
Yeah.
So, I like that one more than I like this one. But, anyway.
I think it looks very nice.
I think it's a nice watch, too.
And it was my favorite out of the Speedmaster category.
See, I'd put this at number 2 overall. I'd put the one we just looked at as number 1. I'd put this as number 2.
Well, this is number 2.
I know. So, what's your number 1 pick?
Okay.
Are you going to reveal it to us? You got to do a little drum roll.
Okay. So, I have it's an Omega DeVille, but it is...
Oh, wow.
It's like in partner with Orbis International. I believe it's probably a limited edition.
Probably.
Yeah. But it's so cute.
Tell them about the teddy bears.
You ruined it.
I didn't ruin anything.
Yeah, you just said
They
it.
just know about a teddy bear right now.
Anyway, guys, as you can see, the dial is blue and it has a bunch of black teddy bears on it. And I checked. This is a men's watch. So.
It is.
But no, let me tell you like a little bit about the watch because I think, like not the specs, but like the thought behind the watch because I actually think it's really nice.
Sure.
And so, I don't need your affirmation. I'm gonna talk about it anyway.
Well, we do have to kind of move.
I know. I went through these so fast. I think I can spend some time on this one. Anyway, so, it is in partner with Orbis International, and it's Flying Eye Hospital. And basically, Omega supports Orbis International and provides these like cuddly little teddy bears for all of their young patients. And so that was the inspiration for this watch in particular. And I'll get into the specs now. And it has a domed sapphire crystal. It has a 30-meter water resistance. It's 39.5 millimeters in diameter. And it has the Omega 2500 self-winding automatic movement and a power reserve of 48 hours. And honestly, I just think this watch looks so nice. I mean, it has the blue dial. It is a great blue dial. Like, I love the richness of the blue. I love the contrast of the blue against the silver Roman numerals. I really love the, like, very, like, electric blue that they have for the second hand.
Yeah, and then the name of the line at the 12
Yeah.
o'clock. Yeah.
And even though the date window doesn't match up with the rest of the numerals, I actually think it's okay on this watch.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Like, it doesn't throw me off at all. Like, I didn't even really notice it when I first saw the watch, but that honestly might be because I was just, like, so in awe about these teddy bears.
So, yeah, what I would say about the watch is I would be very hesitant about using 2 different colors of blue on one watch. But as you said, I think they did it very well.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I would say is Omega has done this type of blue dial with like their James Bond limited edition. And I actually went in and tried that one on. I was lucky enough to find one in Boston, and it is a very interesting, as you said, you know, usually I would say looking at pictures you can't be too sure about the richness of the color, but it is very rich. It does play with the light very well, and the kind of teddy bear kind of, I guess, engraving doesn't stand out a whole lot. It doesn't stand out a whole lot, but it is there, which is nice.
Yeah, I think it's a very nice cause, honestly. And I'm one of those people who will buy things just because they support good causes. I just think it's so nice, and I love the rich, like, honestly, of all the watches, this has, like, the richest blue, and that just, like, you know me, guys, I love the rich blue.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it's very, like, for what it is, I think it's very, like, nice and refined, and I would definitely suggest it. I've seen pictures of wrist shots, and it looks very nice.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. But, yeah, so those are my 5.
So that's your number 1?
This is my number 1.
And now we're done with her top 5.
Yeah. So that was my top 5 Omega watches.
Okay. Would you like to do the Patreon outro? Or would you like me to start the Patreon outro?
You can do the Patreon outro.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you for watching. If you did like the video, then let us know in the comments down below, and by liking this video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We have videos coming out all the time. Try to do 5 times a week. And then if you would like to support the channel in a very direct way and get exclusive videos featuring
me,
then head on over to the link down below for our Patreon page, where as little for $1 a month you get the entire library of exclusive videos with Joanna. So as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.